You picked him up?
Tremendous value.
Yeah. Especially, so you think there's
I can guarantee you that is the best showing for any fifth-round draft pick in the first preseason game. I'm mature. I'm like, listen, I made a mistake. I'm looking to trade Dillon Gabriel.
Okay.
Immediately.
Okay.
You know, he's got a hamstring injury. I'm looking to trade him, and the competition becomes between Flacco, Kenny, and Shedeur. Other teams saw in him that off the field, had to be off the field, couldn't be in this tape. But now you see the talent. You see the cream rise to the top. Very, very happy for him. Very happy for him.
Cris Carter, once one of Shedeur Sanders' loudest critics, has done a complete 180. After watching just one preseason game, Carter has reversed his stance entirely, now declaring Shedeur the future of the franchise. In a bold admission, he confessed he was wrong, admitting his initial judgment had missed the mark. This is the same Carter who, not long ago, was calling for the Browns to cut ties with Sanders altogether. Now, after a single game, he's adamant Shedeur is the quarterback to build around. But Carter's shift didn't stop there. He's now openly questioning Dillon Gabriel's durability, pointing to his injury history as a major concern, and even suggesting the Browns should trade him. His message? Make the quarterback competition crystal clear. In Carter's eyes, it's now a three-way battle between Shedeur Sanders, Joe Flacco, and Kenny Pickett for the future of the position. The twist? Not too long ago, Carter didn't even believe Shedeur had the vision to be an NFL starter. Back then, he argued that Dillon Gabriel, a third-round draft pick, was the better prospect and more likely to win the job. The speed of this turnaround is staggering. Carter's leap from outspoken doubter to vocal supporter is proof of just how quickly Shedeur Sanders' performance has reshaped the entire conversation in Cleveland.
When you put down a third-round pick on a quarterback, you do believe he has a certain skill set. Flacco is an emergency, a Band-Aid. If you start hemorrhaging out blood and everything, Flacco can stop the bleed.
Now, Carter's praise goes far beyond Shedeur's on-field performance. He's just as impressed with how the young quarterback carries himself away from the game. Carter highlighted Sanders' recent face-to-face with veteran reporter Tony Grossi as a prime example of his maturity and professionalism. Despite enduring a steady stream of criticism, Sanders didn't shy away or fire back in anger. Instead, he confronted the issue directly, calmly approaching Grossi to ask for a clear explanation of the constant negative coverage. It was a moment of poise, self-control, and confidence rarely seen in a player so early in his career.
You control your image, and when people are saying things, you should be able to defend yourself. And I'm glad he approached it in a very professional manner. The way he spoke to him, the words that he used, the volume for which he used them. You know, he just asked for an explanation. It was very good. Very, very good. Very, very savvy for a young professional player to be able to challenge someone who's a veteran in doing what they do, coming into a new environment like the Browns.
Tony, I be hoping you be, hold on. Tony, I be hoping you got something positive to say about me. You only say negative stuff about me. And I'm like, I ain't do nothing to you.
No, don't think that.
I ain't seen nothing positive that you ever say.
While Cris Carter praised Shedeur Sanders for his professionalism in confronting Tony Grossi, Colin Cowherd saw it differently. Cowherd argued that as a rising superstar, Sanders shouldn't even bother engaging with local media figures like Grossi. In his view, Shedeur is already operating on a higher level, and it's beneath him to seek validation or understanding from critics in the local sports scene. You're above all of that, Cowherd said bluntly, offering advice he believes every young quarterback should hear. His point was crystal clear. Shedeur has already proven his worth. His talent, leadership, and composure speak louder than any headline. There's no need to chase praise or defend himself to reporters who've built careers off stirring controversy.
Shedeur, you're a good kid. Get out of there. Don't look for sympathy and support from local radio guy. Watch film. And again, it's not the end of the world. He is a good kid, but the judgment thing for him is going to have to be exceptional.
Carter wasn't finished with the praise. He stressed that Shedeur Sanders' ceiling is sky high, noting that he hasn't even had the chance to play alongside a weapon like Jeudy yet. Even without that connection, Sanders has already delivered at a high level. But in Carter's view, once Jeudy takes the field, Sanders' game will explode, and the two could form a dangerous dynamic duo. To Carter, this is just the beginning for Sanders and the Browns, and the best is still to come.
And Shedeur's got the best tape out there in the system with very limited reps with the players. You put the #1 offensive line in there, You put Jeudy and the other starters in there, but what he did was very, very impressive.
Carter then moved from big-picture praise to breaking down the finer details of Shedeur Sanders' game, dissecting key plays from the preseason matchup. What impressed him most was Sanders' precision, especially a low throw into the end zone for a touchdown. Carter called it a trademark throw, the kind of pinpoint placement every quarterback must master if they want long-term success in the NFL. It wasn't just about getting the ball there, it was about putting it exactly where only the receiver could make the catch. That, Carter said, is high-level decision-making and accuracy rarely seen in a player so early in their career. In his eyes, it was a veteran-quality throw from a rookie who already looks like he belongs. From there, Carter zoomed out to a broader point about the jump from college football to the NFL. Every year, fans hear glowing reports about top prospects, but many struggle to adjust to the speed and complexity of the pro game. The difference with Sanders, Carter explained, is that he rose to the challenge. Sure, at first he looked a little unsettled, a little phased, as Carter put it, but he quickly found his footing.
And we see it all the time. These kids come from college, and they are great players in college, and they just can't catch up to the speed of the game. You could see early, little off, not accurate. The game was moving a little quick, but then the game started to slow down for him, and he started operating a lot, making some of the same throws that he made in Colorado that we don't see young football players make. He's a good football player.
Carter wrapped it all up with a bold statement in his eyes. Shedeur Sanders is the best fifth-round pick the NFL has ever seen. He didn't stop there. Carter went even further, declaring Sanders' debut the best by any fifth-round quarterback in league history. For Carter, this wasn't just about one strong performance. It was about recognizing the rare value the Browns had landed. They got him at an incredible price, he said, making it clear that in today's NFL, finding a potential franchise quarterback that late in the draft is nothing short of hitting the jackpot. Cris Carter's transformation from skeptic to believer perfectly captures just how quickly Shedeur Sanders is rewriting his own story. In the span of one preseason game, he's gone from being seen as a questionable fit for the Browns' future to being hailed as one of the league's greatest draft steals. And it's not just about the throws or the touchdowns. Sanders' calm, calculated confrontation with veteran reporter Tony Grossi showcased leadership and mental toughness that even seasoned veterans sometimes lack. Even Colin Cowherd's differing view that Sanders should simply rise above local criticism only adds to the idea that Shedeur is already playing on a bigger stage. As Carter predicts, pairing Sanders with top targets like Jeudy could take his game to another level entirely. Whether he truly becomes the Browns' long-term franchise cornerstone remains to be seen, but one thing is certain, the conversation around Shedeur Sanders has permanently changed. So, what's your take? Do you agree with Cris Carter's dramatic U-turn, going from doubter to calling Sanders the best fifth-round pick in NFL history after just one preseason game? Has Sanders already proven the accuracy, poise, and leadership needed to be Cleveland's quarterback of the future? Was his direct yet measured confrontation with Tony Grossi a sign of maturity, or should he have followed Colin Cowherd's advice and ignored local critics altogether? And finally, is Carter right to now rank Sanders ahead of Dillon Gabriel in the quarterback race? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We want to hear your take on this evolving NFL storyline.